I'm in Sweden, and in this trip, I'm looking forward to going to Swedish bakeries. I love Scandinavian baked goods because they use spices, especially cardamom, and it's Semla season. It is a pastry that consists of spiced bread, nut butter, and whipped cream. So I'm so excited. This wonderful Semla treat appears in bakeries around December to March, and I am on a mission to find the best semla in Stockholm. I'm gonna try a few different semla, and this is the first I'm having. It looks beautiful. There are different ways that they put on the cream. Sometimes they pipe them. This one looks like they splooch it on. Look at how pillowy soft the cream is. The cream is so refreshing. It's not super sweet. The bread has cardamom in it, so it's spiced. And inside, which we will cut open, there is some nut paste. And that is where I think a lot of the sweetness of the semla is. Let's try to get a cross section. The bread is pillowy soft, and traditionally, like very traditional, I don't think a lot of people do this anymore. It's hard to even find, is that they plop this whole thing in a bowl of milk. I love the bigger chunks of nut in there. It adds some texture and crunch to otherwise a very pillowy and soft dessert. I really like the semla a lot. It is quite spiced. There is strong cardamom flavor in it, which I like. Ooh. So good. This is semla number 2. This one looks really regal. The cream is piped up high, and it has really big chunks of almonds around, and then you can actually see the nut paste out. It's not covered by the cream like the other one. All right, first things first, take off the top, grab some cream. This cream is also very light and only slightly sweetened. We don't have a knife this time to cut it in half, so I'm just gonna take a bite. All right. I want to dunk my face in this cream. It is So good. Again, love the crunch of the nut with the nut paste, and the chunky nuts are salted, so it adds a great balance with the really sweet nut paste. This is also another good one, and of course the bread is very well done. It is fluffy and soft. Another really good semla. I also got another one of my favorite treats. It is a cardamom bun. They also have cinnamon buns, but I am team cardamom. This one is really beautiful. It is glazed with sugar and have nice big chunks of cardamom on top and a sprinkle on glistening sugar in the middle. I have to say, this is one of my favorite cardamom bun I've ever had. One of the reasons I love this cardamom bun is that it is generously spiced, so the cardamom flavor is really pronounced. And even in the middle, they just sprinkle a bunch of cardamom. It is so good. And the bread, soft, chewy, gluteny. On to semla number 3. I'm pretty full because we're doing this back to back. But this one is very special because it is a tortilla semla. The tortilla has dusting of sugar. It is cream, nut paste, and bread. So let's go. I just got a mouthful of cream on that one. So let's try a side bite. There's a tortilla, like the traditional bread, there's cardamom in it. However, I think because tortilla is very thin and they put the nut paste, this feels like it's a lot sweeter than the other semlas we had because the bread is more hefty, and so when you mix it all together with the cream and a nut paste, the taste is more balanced. The cream is really good. This nut paste is just pretty smooth, so there's no other chunks. Yeah, pretty sweet. And we also had to get a traditional semla here. And good thing they have a little mini one. It is so cute. We can't really eat another big one, so good thing they have a small one. Of course, we're gonna take off the top, scoop some cream. I quite like the bread here. And the paste and the cream is the same thing as the wrapped one. So I'm gonna eat it all together. The taste is much more balanced when you have a thicker piece of bread. Out of the 3 semlas that we had today, well, technically 4, the one with the best nut butter, I think, is the first one, Sverige. And overall, my favorite has to be the second one, which is Lillebrød, because for nitpicky reasons, I think it looked the best, and I really like the salty, crunchy bits that they put on the outside, and because they don't mix it with the nut butter, you get the contrast of the salt with the sugary nut butter, and the bread is also very good, fluffy, soft, fresh. So that's my favorite. For dinner, we went to a delightful restaurant that changes the menu every couple of months. The theme right now is beach, and all of the dishes have some kind of beachy backstory. We started with a poke-inspired dish. It had trout with trout eggs and puffed rice. I loved the color of this dish. We wrapped it in nori sheets and ate it like a taco. It's fresh. I like the crunch from the cucumber and I think radish. Really like the freshness from the aromatic herbs. It also had flavors of wasabi and ginger. In my opinion, I didn't think this needed ginger. And maybe I was really hungry, but I really wanted a bigger bowl of this. The second course, we had a seafood soup with scallops and mussels. Even though it looked creamy, it tasted acidic and sharp. I loved the sea lettuce in the soup and the bread. Oh, the bread with algae butter. Crusty on the outside, chewy on the inside, and it's seasoned well with salt. So good. For the next course, I deviated a bit from the main menu because I got a pescatarian version of it. So instead of a pork croquette, I got fried cheese. It's good, but the star of this dish was the salad on the side. The tomato and jalapeno were so flavorful. The jalapeno was not spicy at all, just a lot of flavor, and it was topped with big beautiful cilantro leaves, so much flavor concentrated in this salad. For the main course, we got monkfish with squid ink rice. I love the dense meaty texture of the monkfish. It's so unique. But my favorite thing about this dish was the rice. It was not your normal bland rice. It was very savory and flavorful and well seasoned. By this point, I was really full, but for dessert, we got one inspired by the pina colada drink. The coconut ice cream was at a nice temperature, not too cold. I like the crunchy toasted coconut. The pineapple tasted kind of like canned pineapple, but we were in Sweden, so it would not surprise me if it were not fresh, and even if it were fresh, it would not be the best quality. Well, that's the end of our meal. Thanks for watching this video. Like and subscribe if you enjoy watching me go into places and eating things.